Hello, my beautiful twin flames. My name is LaChan with Power Life Hypnosis. And today is December 9th of 2017, and I'm doing something a little special for you guys, or for us all, rather. I have been feeling some energy shifts going around me, so I pulled out an old deck that I haven't used in a while, and I wanted to see what messages that the Divine Masculines had for the Divine Feminines. And I actually started this reading last night. I did it last night, and I started it through recording. So I have my iPad in front of me because I'm going to actually tell you the messages that I got last night from the Divine Masculine Collective. So this reading is messages for the Divine Masculine Collective to the Divine Feminines, and then messages from the Divine Feminines to the Divine Masculines. So this reading is special for me in a few ways. One way is that when I pulled these messages last night, I actually started crying, you guys. I actually started crying when I first put these messages because the messages hit me so strongly, which is why I wasn't able to complete the reading at the time. I actually had to go out and take a walk and, hang out with my dog and everything, and then come back to this. Or I tried to come back to this. I wasn't able to. So I decided to come back to this today. So I have my iPad in front of me, and I'm going to first tell you the messages that the Divine Masculine Collective had for the Divine Feminines last night. And then I did dowse before I started recording, and I asked if the Divine Masculine had any additional messages for the Divine Feminines, and of course I got yes, which I could imagine that the Divine Masculines would have a lot to say. So I do have some additional messages coming. I'm going to be as strong as I can as I do this. Hopefully I don't start crying again, you guys, but I do cry very often. I cry at commercials. I promise you I do. I really do. Commercials where there's engagements, I cry. When something sweet happens on commercials, I cry. It's really embarrassing. I don't know if you guys remember that movie Ted, but I cried. I cried at Ted. So I cried a lot of things. Okay. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. Okay. So if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can visit my website at powerlifehypnosis.com. Also, if you have an iPad or an iPhone, you can download the Instant Go app. That's INSTANT Go, G-O. The Instant Go app, and you can find me under Power Life Hypnosis. Ask me a question and I will respond within 24 hours. You also have the option to speak with me over the phone, which is really, really fun, you guys. I really enjoy the phone conversation. So you can speak with me over the phone, and you can also video chat with me, and I can also provide you with messages from your particular Divine Feminine or your particular Divine Masculine over Instant Go if you're interested in asking me a question or speaking with me through there as well. Okay, so again, powerlifehypnosis.com, or you can find me through the Instant Go app. All the details are in the description box below. So I'm going to go ahead and start now, and I'm first going to start with the messages that the Divine Masculine had for me last night. Oh, so actually, I'm not ready to begin. I also want to tell you guys why these cards are special to me. So the cards that I'm reading from that I have here on my iPad are actually the cards that I have right here in front of me. The cards that are right here on the screen. And these cards are special to me because they were actually given to me by my false twin. And I started working with these cards. I was using these cards heavily when I first got them, of course, when they were given to me as a gift. Or actually, I picked them out and they were given to me. And I actually was using them when I first started my YouTube channel. And since then, since I have been with my twin flame, I have shied away from these cards. And just recently, actually just last night for the first time, I decided to use them, and the message was so powerful that I immediately just started crying, and I looked like a mess. But it was beautiful. You know, there were tears of joy. So I never thought that, you know, something that my false twin would give me would be of value to me, but it really has been of value to me in my journey. So for a moment, would like to just talk about false twins. So false twins, it is my understanding that your false twin is going to come into your life, in particular right before you meet your twin flame. And I was actually talking to one of my exes about this just recently. So your false twin comes into your life before you meet your twin. I'm sorry, your false twin, yes, comes into your life before you meet your twin flame. And this false twin is going to be someone that will mirror or mimic the qualities of your twin flame. However, the false twin is of benefit because the false twin allows you to identify what you would like in a partner, what you would like in a long-term partner, the things that you would not like in a long-term partner. And it helps you gain more perspective over yourself in your relationships and what you want again and what you don't want. So most of the time, it is my understanding that false twins, when the relationship ends in a painful or difficult way. And there's healing that happens in between meeting, and I see it's 1222 as I say this. So I see 1, 2, 2, 2. We got divine partnerships. That's amazing, you guys. So, wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I just got a little frog in my throat there. New beginnings in divine partnerships. That is very beautiful. I see some angelic healing around some divine partnerships as well. Okay, so I'm very happy about that. I'm smiling about that right now. Okay, so we have the false twin that comes in and shows you what it is that you want, again, what it is that you don't want in your relationships. And it helps you gain perspective, and it helps you heal in ways that allow you to align with your twin flame. So I have had a twin flame. I've had a, my false twin, and I have moved into a place where I can appreciate that. And I can appreciate the lessons and the journey. So I have these cards here that were given to me by my false twin. So these cards actually do have meaning for me. The whole journey, the twin flame journey starts before you even come in contact with your twin. So, okay. The messages that I got last night were, so on the bottom of the deck, the card reads, twin flame, your passion ignites. How beautiful is that? When I saw that, I gasped. I literally gasped, you guys. So the messages that came out are, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Again, this is a message from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. I kid you not, you guys, the night before last, I was talking to a very lovely client about this, which was very, very amazing. And it was very shocking for me to see that. So the next card says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So I'm just going to take these 3 cards by themselves, and I just want to talk about these 3 messages. And this can resonate with you all in many different ways. And I know when I saw this message, I was thinking about immediately before separation. I know with my divine masculine, the way I came at my divine masculine, the way I handled myself when I felt that betrayal, when I found out about these secrets, you know, the way I behaved, I'm a Leo rising, so I roar, you know, when I get upset. However, I do so in a very particular way, but I roared and I let out that Leo rising, and I was holding on to some guilt about that beforehand, you know, in a small way, because, you know, I'm not going to get into it fully, but when we're hurt, we act in certain ways. And, you know, I am always okay with the way that I handle myself when it comes to anger. But, and I know this isn't a reading about me and me getting into this story about me, but I don't know if any of you, if this resonates with any of you, and I'm wondering if it does. But I know that I had a lot of anger, and I showed that anger when I found out that I was being betrayed. So now, moving forward throughout this whole journey, it's like I've been able to let go of, you know, my divine masculine's actions. And this was allowing me to let go of the guilt that I felt about my actions before we separated. So of course this is going to resonate with people in many different ways. That story may not resonate with anyone, with some of you guys at all whatsoever, but these messages should resonate with you divine feminines in general, those of you you know, who come across this message, or who at least are on the same wave as I am, or again, those who come across this message more so. So again, the next message that I have here is, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. So I know that many divine feminines, and I know I'll speak for myself with this journey, there are times when I have a lot of doubt. There are times when I have a lot of doubt. Not a lot of doubt, I'm sorry. Let me back that up. Scratch that. Rewind. There are times when I have some doubt, not a lot. There are times when I have some doubt, and there are times when I have some fears. But just recently, I did get another sign, you guys. I want to tell you about something. Just recently, I did put up a video. My last twin flame video I put up, and in the beginning of the video, I was talking about how you know, a sign to know if you are a true twin flame. So if you haven't watched that video, go back and check out that video. In the beginning, again, it's a weekly video for the week of December 7th through the 14th, I believe. And in the beginning, I'm talking about how you know that you are a twin flame. And that night, when I was just doing a reading, I was asking for messages from the Ascended Masters. And just as the Ascended Masters told me the first time that I was a twin flame, or that the person, you know, who I'm thinking of is my twin flame, is my actual twin flame, that same night I got a message from the Ascended Masters. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting all excited and I'm shaking the camera. I got that same message, or, you know, a message that this person was my twin flame. And I jumped. I got surprised when I saw the message, and I jumped. And I don't know why I didn't even not record that reading, but take a picture of it. I guess I was so shocked. Not shocked, but just, you know, it was a lovely time to see that message. So I know that many divine feminines may have been having some doubts about the journey. Is this person my twin flame? Is this person coming back? Are things going to work out? And the divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine that yes, things are going to work out in our favor, not just your favor, not just his favor, and I mean his favor as in the divine masculine. And keep in mind that the divine masculine energy, this is the energy, so this can also be a female who is a divine masculine. This can apply in same-sex relationships. This is just the energy of the person in the relationship. So it can be same sex, and this can be this can be opposite genders, and this can be switched around. So the female could be the divine masculine and the male can be the divine feminine. This can be a same-sex relationship where there are, one person embodies the divine masculine, one person embodies the divine feminine. So just take this as this applies to the energy in your union. But imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. One thing I want to say, you guys, and this is me just speaking of my journey right now, and I'm wondering if any of you divine feminines can resonate with this. I know me at this point in my journey, I've just come to understand so much, and I am at the point now where I'm just enjoying this journey, and I'm enjoying the benefits and the gifts that I am seeing from this journey. For example, I'm doing these different types of videos. My intuition has skyrocketed, my gifts, my abilities, supernatural powers. It's like I've had so many things skyrocket, these astronomical amounts, and it's all because of this journey, and it's very, very beautiful. And I'm just right now hanging out and seeing what's going on with this creative side and what's going on with, I'm just enjoying embodying this divine feminine energy for the first time, really, for the first time, being my authentic self, speaking my truth. And I really want to thank you guys, I really want to thank you guys for being a part of my journey as well, because I feel blessed that I can share my truth with you all, and I receive your likes, I receive your comments, and I read them, and I am able to see that my truth is not only my truth, it is the truth of others as well. And it makes me feel less alone, and I wouldn't be as strong as I am today and where I am today if I didn't have this community of individuals around me that I know who are going through the same thing all around the world. So thank you for sharing this journey with me, whoever, is watching this. Even if these messages are resonating with you, even if they aren't, I'm sure if they're not resonating with you, you probably would have clicked off by now. But, for all of those who are on this journey, I truly want to thank you for everything from the bottom of my heart, for watching this video, for sharing this with me. It truly does mean a lot for me, and I'm sure, I hope that I can, not I'm sure, but I hope that I am also helping you in your journey in some way as well. All right, so I'm going to go back to the cards here. Again, the next message that I have is, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. That's such a beautiful message, you guys. It really, truly is. And then I have forgiveness. And this is a major energy. Let me see here what major energies we've had. So far, the only major energy cards we've had are the Twin Flames. Is the Twin Flames card that was on the bottom of the deck. And then we have forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Wow, what a message for the divine masculines to be giving to the divine feminines, because I feel as though this is a message that the divine feminines, I know I will speak for myself, and I'm sure I'm speaking for, some of you at least, in this collective. I know for myself, that is the message that I have been waking up to, going through the ascension, disconnecting or separating from the 3D physical, reality and realm that we've been accustomed to. I know that I have been learning about creating my reality and understanding that my energy is what creates my reality, and I can align with one energy or I can align with another energy. I can align with lower vibrations, I can align with higher vibrations, and of course, I have been going in the path of aligning with higher vibrations. And I'm sure many of you can relate. And that we've been learning this lesson, that our reality is what we think, dream, and imagine. And I am so happy to see that this is a message coming out from the divine masculine, because this is something that, I believe that the divine masculine has been having some difficulties with this message, has been having difficulty seeing this or truly feeling this, experiencing this, because the divine masculines, many divine masculines are older. I know, at least in my case, my divine masculine is older than I am. And I know that I'm sure many of you can relate, many divine masculines have been living in the 3D realm, the 3D world, much longer than I have. And they have been more accustomed to the 3D world. And they have been more affected by the 3D world from years, from one, having more years being within it, two, from their early experiences. Their early experiences have affected them more so than I have, more so than me. And not more so than me. Actually, that's not the right way to say it, but I'm saying, a lot of divine masculines have had a lot of very intense 3D experiences. I think that's more the better way. That is the better way to say that. So they've had more intense 3D programming. And this is also just because of generations happening, because I do believe that with each generation, we are learning, we are growing. I a lot of the time like to look at the mankind and look at humankind and mankind in our evolution as Maslow's hierarchy of needs, because in the beginning we were cavemen. I'm just going to go off on a little tangent here. Sorry, you guys. Well, I'm not sorry, but I do want to share this with you guys. So in the beginning we had the cavemen, and the cavemen were just worried about, eating, hunting, bringing back, for the family and procreation. And if you can notice, over time, it seems as though the masculine energy, the males, have been going with this theme, at some point, the men, over generations, their role was to go out and work and bring home money for the housewife and for the family. And, the divine masculine has been in this energy for a long time. And you guys, I'm so sorry. I actually forgot where I was going on this tangent. Hold on. Let me be silent for a second and see if I can recatch that thought of where I was going with that. I can't. That is so funny. But I was talking about, and I know I was thinking about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. My apologies, guys. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So we have here the divine masculine, and over time, over generations, over centuries, the male has been concerned with moving forward. I mean, I'm sorry, not moving forward, but providing for the household. And our generation and our society even has been centered around going to work, and has been centered around providing for the household. And now as we're moving forward, we have all this technology coming up. We have all these, I just saw 2444 on the timer here. So angelic healing in partnerships. Just wanted to make note of that. So now we're moving forward. We have this new technology. We have all these new things, and we are moving forward as, you know, we're evolving. We're evolving as mankind is evolving. We're evolving in our minds. We are evolving in what we know to be true. We're breaking these molds, and we're moving higher in Maslow's hierarchy of needs toward, you know, true spiritual attainment and towards mastery and self-actualization and self-mastery. So I don't want to go too much into that because this is a twin flame reading, and now I'm getting off and, you know, getting all distracted. But not distracted, but, you know, I do lose my train of thought sometimes. So let me move back to the reading. Okay, so it's just really beautiful that the divine masculine is seeing this message and is actually telling the divine feminine this. Like, what a role reversal here, because I believe that it's likely for many of you before the separation, or at some point, it was more of the divine feminine having to explain this to the divine masculine. So now the divine masculine is reminding the divine feminines about this message, saying that we have to keep the faith, and we have to keep the trust, and we have to forgive ourselves from any, you know, things that we are holding guilt about in the past. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to know that the divine masculine loves us. We have to remember to keep our vibrations high and keep the divine masculines in our heart and keep our heart chakras, you know, open and strong and full. And we need to feed our heart chakras, and we need to feed this positive energy, and we need to go into the 5D, and we need to experience the divine union with our divine masculines, and we need to put good energy and, you know, put love into this situation, because our thoughts are, of course, not our thoughts, but our reality and what we see and our whole world is not based on what we actually see in front of us. It's based on what we project. It's like the experiment. There's a psychology experiment. I don't know if it's a psychology experiment, but as a psychologist, there's something that we've discussed, that many of us discuss. And there's a phenomenon where there's a car accident, and this car, there's a car accident, a hit and run. I'm sorry, there's a hit and run accident. And I think this actually did happen. So there's a hit and run accident. And then when the police go and ask what happened in this accident, everybody has a different account of what truly happened. What color was the car? Some say it was brown. Some say it was green. Some say it was black. Some say it was yellow. I don't know. So people have a different account. You know, what happened? This car was coming this way. This car was coming that way. This car hit this car. It's all different because it's what we perceive. You know, the world is what we perceive. It's not actually what we see in front of us. And what we perceive is based on our subconscious programming. What we see is based on our childhood. What we see is based on what was programmed into our brains from the ages of our subconscious minds, rather, from the ages of 0 to 8 mostly. And then also, again, over time and through conditioning and or what's even been undone. What's been undone through this ascension process since this year has been going on, and since many people have been ascending for many years. You know, we're all on different timelines. So it's just all, it's a beautiful message, and it's also very interesting, but it's a very, very beautiful message. So the next message that I have is a beautiful message of secret admirer. This is what the divine masculine is saying, of course, we've established, but it's just beautiful. I like to remind myself, and it's just great. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. And we can only imagine what that is implying. So I feel as though the divine masculine He has much deeper feelings than he's letting on. Of course, many of us are, and I know in my case, I'm in separation. So many of you are also in separation, physically in the 3D, because we're really never separated from our twins. So in the 3D, we are in physical separation, or it appears as though we perceive, like the car accident thing. It's like the car accident thing. We perceive from our physical reality, from what we can see, that we are in physical separation from our twins. So our twin, our divine masculine, he has deeper feelings than he is letting on. And then I have here romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. So I actually want to jump back to the Secret Admirer card. I've been picking up, and I really truly feel as though some divine, or many, not some, not even a handful, many divine masculines, they are thinking about marriage with the divine feminines. They're thinking about marriage. They are planning on proposing to the divine feminines. Some may be getting married. Not some, and this is a reading for all signs. So when I say some, I'm meaning some. Some may be getting married in the upcoming year. This is in particular for those of you who have Virgo. It's interesting, both my twin and I, we both have our moons in Virgo. What's interesting, and I want to know if any of you guys have this same situation. With my twin and I, I'm a Cancer sun, I am a Leo rising, I am a Virgo moon. My twin is a Leo sun, a Cancer rising, and a Virgo moon. We have all the same signs. However, I find it beautiful that in my case, I'm a Cancer, so, that's the moon. Then we have the, and that's, we know about the moon. And then we have the Leo, who's the sun. And we know about the sun. So I'm just wondering, do any of you guys have a situation like that with your signs, with your twins? So a lot of the divine masculines are their hearts, and what's in their heart and how they feel about the divine feminine are much deeper than they're letting on. And I mean, not even much deeper than they're letting on. Excuse me, sorry for the shaking of the camera. Not even deeper than they're letting on because we're in separation, but deeper than they're letting on in that it's deep in that they want to marry, they want to propose, they want a really beautiful commitment with the divine feminine. Romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. Excuse me. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. How beautiful is that the divine masculine is giving us these signs. It's like I feel as though there's a switching of an energy, which is indicating that union is coming, that reunion is coming. There's a switching of the energy, because at one point it's like these were the things that the divine feminines were saying to the divine masculines, in particular before there was a split. And now the divine masculines are coming back to the divine feminines and saying this to us when the divine feminines may be losing hope or maybe losing steam and, moving forward. So I think that's very beautiful. And then the last card here, and you guys, this is a very nice message. The last card here is reflection. I also want to speak of, let's see, what are the major energy cards here? So the major energy cards, we had forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And then we had secret admirer. That's another major energy. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Romance, Cupid's arrow strikes, new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. And then, so all the bottom cards, yes, all the cards that were on the bottom row here were all these major energy cards. So the last card here is reflection. And this card really hit home for me too. And I'm sure it will for a lot of you guys. So if you guys are cries, you might want to grab you some puffs. Indeed. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best, Divine Feminines. Know that everything is going to work out okay, and everything is going to be fine. And I know I can speak for myself and say at this point in the journey, I've come to a place where it's like I'm no longer focused on, what is going on with my Divine Masculine, when are we coming back together, because I kind of know. It's like I have a timeline. I kind of know when it's going to happen, and I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty sure that it's going to happen in that timeline. And what I've learned is I'm very impatient. And I'm sure many of you Divine Feminines can relate. However, one of the qualities of the Divine Feminine is patience. One of the qualities of the Divine Feminine is patience. So I've learned through this process to be patient. And because I have a timeline, from my guides, from higher guidance, because I have a timeline, I'm actually going back to what I did when I was younger, when I had more patience, before, issues of others who are more impatient came into my life. And I am just keeping that timeline in mind and working on myself in the meantime. Not working on myself, but, it's like we're always going through lessons, but I'm just doing my thing, and I'm enjoying this time, and I am enjoying interacting with you all. And this has actually been, you guys have been a large part of my journey and helping me through this time. So, it's like we all help each other in this collective, which is very, very beautiful. So these are the messages that I have for you all. Okay, so this video is going to be pretty long, and it takes me a long time to upload these. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back with a second video, and I'm going to shuffle the cards again and pull a new message. And it's probably best I do this before I start recording, because like I said, I cry at commercials. So it's a good idea for me to do this beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and pull some cards and see what I get for the additional messages that the Divine Masculine Collective has for the Divine Feminines. So I will be back. There's going to be a part 2 to this video. And yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry, guys. I'm watching my doggy, trying to see what he's doing, being all sneaky. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can visit my website at powerlifehypnosis.com. Also, if you would like messages from your Divine Masculine in particular, and you have an iPhone or an iPad, the quickest way to get in touch with me is through the Instango app, INSTANTGO. It's available on iOS, and through there I can provide you with messages, $13.25 for a message. I will provide you with very detailed messages, and I also have some resources coming soon for some additional messages, so I'm going to be doing more videos like these, so I'm excited about that. Alrighty, so I'll be back with my video coming up. Right now, I am going to shuffle the cards first and do any crying if I need to. I will be back. I love you all so much. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, guys.